Now, Senator Omishore looks like the bride in all of this. Senator Saraki led a group of people to consult with him. We understand also that Dr. Kade Fayemi has visited him today. It does look like, from the breakdown of the figures, 1,667 votes from Ife is what they are looking at, isn't it?
Yes, but they are not taking cognizance of the provision of the Electoral Act, which in section 125 talked about undue influence in an election. Essentially, when politicians gather together to lobby another politician, hold out promises, say your voters should vote for these persons or not, and all that. That's a direct violation of the provision of that section. Go and check it out.
Really?
Is there?
So they're violating it?
Yes, but you know, look, why politicians are desperate for political office occupancy, I'm desperate. I'm desperate for the recovery of the soul of a country that appears to be lost. My general take is this. I've said it here before, and I said it pointedly. I'm not comfortable with the idea of Nigerians oscillating between the PDP and the APC. By default or by some kind of fortunate circumstances, the PDP is emerging as the alternate power to the APC. What I had expected would happen after 2015 is that APC will do well and then will be superseded by a better political formation so that we continue to refine our electoral process, so that we can continue to improve our democracy. So that, look, this whole idea of, I've looked at the landscape. Politicians, APC, PDP, maybe this is the best we can be at this moment. But I'm telling you that this is not how to run a society.
Mr. Ojo, you were on the ground in Osun State, and the back and forth on Aiyedade election, the result from Aiyedade, which INEC is reacting to what PDP has said. In all of this, it does not look like the PDP is convinced with the explanation from INEC. What do you make of this scenario?
For me, I really do not, what's happening, much as I would not want to discredit it, but I think there should be better clarifications. My knowledge of elections shows that the results from polling units are collated at the ward level, from ward level to local government level, and from local government to the state headquarters of the commission. At each of these levels, the results having been announced and collated, a copy each of the results will be given to all the agents of political parties, as well as the police, if there is a policeman or policewoman there, or any other security agents will get a copy, and the original will be with INEC to take to the next level of collation. What I'm saying in essence is that the one that is published for public consumption, which is pasted at the venue of the collation, is just one out of several. And it's not even the original. And I really don't know whether in the process of transcribing or writing what is on the result sheets that have been given out to party agents as well as the security agent, that's where the error are rising from. But that's why I want further clarification, because other party agents, and I do know, we met in Osun, I do know that on the average, there are 7 party agents in all the polling units. At least 7 political parties fielded party agents in all the polling units across the 3,010 polling units we have in Osun. And the simple thing that could be done is, what results is with the PDP and other agents for that local government. Does it correspond with the one that INEC declared at the state office in Osogbo, if there is variation, where does the alteration comes from? From the one that was published? Because the one that was published is more or less of no consequence in my own estimation.
If you look at beyond this controversy, if you look at what the race is looking like, 3,000 votes, what do you make of that? I mean, the spread, if Orolu, Osogbo, what is your prediction of what could turn out in this race? Looking at how the different political parties
there
are
are no 3,498 votes anywhere. I can tell you for free that there are no 3,498 votes anywhere. What I think INEC can do to boost public confidence in the forthcoming supplementary election on Thursday is to publish how many permanent voters' cards out of this lot have been collected by the voters. Because if you do not have permanent voters' card, you are automatically excluded, and you cannot even go and collect that permanent voters' card at this point because it has been suspended since last Wednesday. So if INEC can publish polling unit by polling unit, how many people in those polling units collected their PVC as at last Wednesday? And that's 19th of September.
That's an interesting angle to it, Mr. Ojo. Mr. Ogunye, as it stands right now, the Thursday race is going to be very interesting. And already the PDP has over 300 votes ahead of the APC. What do you think that could happen on Thursday as you round up?
I'm not very much bothered about what will happen. Politicians who are, look, let them go into the election and go to the tribunal, INEC, APC, PDP, and resolve it one way or the other. You know, because the difference and distinction is not much, you know, really between the two political parties. So my expectation is that I don't want violence. I don't want people to be killed. I don't want people to get themselves killed for nothing over powermongers who are desperate to occupy political offices. People are lost. That shouldn't be their preoccupation. Our country is being destroyed. All the things that they say now, things that we never imagined could happen in our lifetime, are happening. The other time here, you asked me a pointed question. And I said that the electorate should be trusted, their judgment should be trusted. If they want an armed robber to be their governor, it should be so. If they want somebody who doesn't have a certificate, it should be so. But that doesn't mean that you expect the electorate not to think right. And I anchor, if the election in Osun State is about APC that was bad, this electorate that we usually attribute electoral wisdom to, that they know what they are doing, why didn't they travel down the list where you had doctors, where you had lawyers, where you have one Alfred Adegoke, who's a lawyer there, who's got 500, where you have...
Interesting. Well, we will keep tabs on all of these, but I must sincerely thank my panel tonight, Mr. Aiyedade Ojo, a political analyst and election observer. He was on the ground and giving us those perspectives. Interesting angle that they have brought out tonight on the issue of permanent voter card, not just the registration, the registered voters, but the permanent voter cards, which is very key. Mr. Aiyedade Ojo, thank you so much for the thoughts that you've shared tonight on the program. But that's our show for today, everyone. Many thanks for being part of it. I'm sure Kimbale. Bye-bye.